podcast.
So if you missed it on the regular old morning show today, Alexis's dapper Dominican boyfriend Jay's mom and sister are going to make the trek down into the woods and wilderness of South Carolina to see her quote unquote eclectic mother, eccentric mother this weekend. First time the families are going to meet. That's a pretty big deal, especially, it seems like y'all are doing all of the groundwork and everything of getting engaged without getting engaged.
Yeah. It's kind of flowing how it's flowing. I don't know.
Ace Riggins, do y'all think it's...
There's no doubt.
Do you think it's strange that they're calling each other their future mothers-in-laws and all of that, and that they know they're getting married and they just don't know when? It's just,
here's what
we either do it or don't.
Yeah, my question is, if you've already made the decision it's going to happen and everybody's referring to it in that way, why not go ahead and do it?
No, because that's what my mom said. My mom, I talked to her this weekend, and she's like, she's ready for me to just go to the courthouse so she can just say that my daughter's married.
I mean, why not go ahead and get engaged?
Oh, well, because you have to, buy a ring, and there's money that goes behind that, so I'm not going to put financial pressure and be like, I want you to buy me this ring right now.
You don't have to have a ring.
Correct.
I would like a ring.
Oh, but you don't want to put pressure on him.
No, and I want him to, get what he wants to get.
Mm-hmm. But does that take some of the joy out of that big day of his asking you to marry him and all of that, if you've already done everything leading up to that point? And why would he even say, will you marry me? Why wouldn't he say, all right, I got the ring, here you go. It's the ring you wanted. And then you would say, oh, it is, it's perfect, now we're engaged. You still go through the formalities of his saying, will you marry me and all that? Even though it doesn't mean jack shit
it does
at this
mean,
point, because you've already said yes.
I could
y'all
change
already
my
talked
mind.
about it.
Did your parents and Jody's parents meet before y'all got engaged at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because mine did too.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I will say it is surprising how less than a year ago we had a totally different Alexis when it came to her thoughts on relationships. I'm not ever living with a guy, or even if I do get married, we're going to live in separate houses. And in a matter of 4 months, it has been a 180. Yeah.
Yeah, she gave up on that 2 houses thing real quick.
Yeah, well, until we're rich.
And now, before the proposal, it's already all this language about we're future. So
but don't people talk about that? You don't date someone just to date. You talk because you want to know where this is going. So.
I'm just saying it is a big turn.
Right. I just don't see TJ saying oh, you guys. Well, I'm isn't that how every relationship works? Don't they talk about yeah, we would like to get married?
I would think after 9 months, like this weekend, your parents meeting.
Yeah, you want to know where it's going. I'm not just dating just to date.
I know, but y'all talk about it as if you're already engaged.
I mean, that
what
stuff
I'm
is
saying.
more fun. Because in Spanish culture, that's what you say, las consuegras.
Oh, I wonder when she was going to do that.
What?
But
White
it's
people
a
just don't understand. No, I'm kidding.
Es her cultura.
It's consuegras. But I'm not saying it we joke around, we say it like that, but we obviously the conversations about where this is going have been had. We were living together in sin, as my mom likes to say.
And TJ.
She was upset. She said she found out that me and him were living together through our Facebook page, through the Ace and TJ page. And I'm like, Mom, I told you that was going to happen. She's like, you didn't tell me that. I was like, yes, I did.
Yeah, but telling you it's going to happen and telling you it happened are two very different things.
I knew it wasn't her favorite idea, so I just...
Decided to let her read it on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm a little scared about saying this, but she'll read it and find out. It's fine.
So will she say anything negative about that in front of Jay's sister and mom?
No.
No,
but this weekend when we were talking about it, she was definitely asking, so when are you guys getting married? So when is it going to happen? I want to be able to, because she won't allow Jay and I to stay over the night at her place unless we're married. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, ain't nobody want to sleep over your place anyways.
Even if you stayed in separate rooms?
Yeah, no.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
I thought y'all went and stayed there and stayed in. He slept out in the outhouse or wherever it was.
No, we had talked about that. If that ever happened, that's probably what she would do. She'd put him out there.
But you decided that night you had to have it, so you got a room.
No, yeah. You're not doing that.
But his mom, though, she's cool with. I mean, she's New York City raised and all, so she's up with the modern things and all,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Is she very religious though, like your mom?
No.
No. Okay.
She's not.
So she doesn't care about any of that.
No. It's not her priority.
So you think you'll ever, in a moment of frustration, say, "Why can't you be more cool, like his mom?"
No.
She's cool with us making the sex.
But I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I'm not gonna rush to get married just like so you can feel like we're not sinning. I was like, I worked hard to get here, didn't settle, like didn't have kids, so I'm going to like get married at my own pace and do things how I want.
If you want your mother to be just totally upset and disappointed in you, that's fine.
She just wants the sinning to stop.
Well, don't we all over the world? That'd be great. Do you think that they're really going to get along? That your mom is really going to like his mom and his sister and vice versa?
Oh, 100%. 100%. His mom is very similar in the way that they are like great hosts. They like having people over. They like cooking for them. And just the conversations. We go to Jay's mom's probably once a week. And I love hanging out with her. So I've gotten to know her enough to know that, yeah, they would get along.
Okay, and Jay has only met your mom once, right? He's
Yeah.
only been around her once.
My mom texts him, though, to invite him to church.
Can somebody can somebody his age, join the Jehovah's Witness church? But you can if you're
Oh,
an
at
adult.
any age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like you have to be taught from the time you're little on it. But he said, no, thank you.
thanks. Yeah, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be a
Yeah.
good time. I'm
And-
excited about it.
And y'all are going to drive back. How far is it? 2 hours?
It's an hour and a half.
Hour and a half?
Yeah, so it's not too bad.
That'll be fun.
I know, I'm excited. We're going to like bring down some steaks and some salmon and drinks and grill out.
So you're going to your mom's, but y'all are taking all the food.
We're going to take
And
some
then
stuff.
she's
'Cause
gonna make pupusas, I guess, huh?
that's what Jay was like. Can you tell your mom to make pupusas? And that's the only thing she knows how to
I know.
make, according to you.
Obviously. Oh, you have to talk about. What if she made pupusas and then Jay's mom wouldn't eat any of them, like Rob did that day? Would she be offended?
Probably.
Would she? Did you ever tell her that Rob did that?
No, I didn't tell her.
No, thank you.
I'm like, it was more for us anyways. I didn't want him to have one anyways. That way I could eat it.
Did you ever tell her that I threw her book in the
Of
trash?
course I did. You're a jerk. So,
What happens if they don't like each other? What are you going to do?
no, they will.
But
And if they don't like each other, I mean, what am I supposed to do? At least my mom lives in South Carolina and she's far away.
Yeah, I mean, what's the solution? I mean, okay, you don't get along. All right, well, thankfully you two aren't getting married. We are.
Right.
It would be nice, but
Almost every situation where a couple has kids, there is a set of A grandparents and a set of B grandparents. Okay. The A grandparents are the ones that get to spend the most time with the kids. They're closer to the grandkids. They live usually closer. And then the B grandparents are the ones who are, just for the sake of argument, dad's parents. And they don't get to see the kids as much. They're not as close with them and all that. So when y'all have kids, if the situation is as it is now, do you think Jay's mom will be the A grandparent and your mom will be the B grandparent?
If the situation was just as it is now, yeah. His mom would definitely be the one that's probably way more involved because my mom lives farther away. But his mom plans on moving to the Dominican Republic
Oh,
next
really?
year.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
So yeah, she has a few like properties out there. She wants to start a business. So she plans on moving, and she was saying that yesterday because Jay was like, "Well, what happens when we have kids? Like, you're gonna move back then?" And she's like, "No, I'm not." She's like, "I'll come and I'll stay for a month, and then when the kids are like 5 or 6, you can send them to the Dominican Republic for a few months, and that's when they can come hang out with me."
Come back with little machetes in
I
their
know.
hand. Either machetes or baseball bats.
Yeah. But my mom can't wait. His mother is already a grandmother. She has one granddaughter.
Oh.
My mom does, but she's older. She's 16. My mom doesn't have any grandbabies. So she's dying to be a grandmother.
Now, will her religion allow her to be a grandmother to non-Jehovah's Witness grandchildren?
I think so.
It's a legit question.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I mean,
Is it because you never got disfellowshipped? She can have a relationship with you.
right. It's, loophole.
It's one if you've been disfellowshipped, they can't.
You can't talk to them. Right.
Okay.
It's just a technicality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be. I'm really anxious to find out how that all goes and everything.
Yeah.
Now, but everybody will pretty much speak English the whole time, right?
Right.
Your parents, your moms won't start talking in Spanish.
No, they're probably talking Spanish.
Okay.
The Spanglish, you know.
Playing like a lot of John Cicada music or something like that.
Right. That's exactly how it's going to go.
The go-to, John Scott.
Some Freddie Fender. Does your mama like Freddie Fender? He's always a good little singer. Do you know who Freddie Fender is?
Nope.
He was Mexican country singer. Like not singing for country of Mexico, but as a country western singer. Wasted days and wasted nights.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, he's the first Hispanic American country singer.
Cute.
Yeah. I'm sure he's probably on some of the currency
Yeah.
in Mexico.
I'm sure.
Or wherever he was from. What if they get in a big, just TV moment, kind of angry fight with each other and storming out and spinning out tires and all
Why
that?
do you even put that into the universe?
That would be terrible, wouldn't it? Or would it? I mean, not really. If they live far apart. You got Jay's mom, about to be deported.
Okay.
No, when is she moving back?
She says within the next year or so.
Okay.
We'll see.
A voluntary deportation.
We've got her being deported.
What, Regan?
I suspected the drama would be between her and his sisters over the mothers-in-law.
Yeah.
I just know that can't be easy going in when you're dating the one guy and he's got, how many sisters has he got?
He has 4 sisters.
4 sisters and a mom.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that's got to be an intimidating situation for her. And
Yeah.
I suspected that was going to be the drama, but.
No, his sister that he's the closest to that works on the truck sometimes as well. Me and her are very close. Like, we text and we have a great relationship. And then his other sister was just here for a few months. She lives in New York. And she did ask me the tough questions. She kind of grilled me a little bit, but by the time she left, like, we had built a great relationship. And I'm excited because they are a very close family. I don't have that. So they've been very welcoming, and it's been kind of like what I haven't had in a long time. So
Yeah. And,
it's been great.
And they're not going to kick you out
And they're not going to kick me out. Exactly. Because of my
because you changed churches. Wait, you changed? Oh, you're kicked out.
You're not
of the
part of
family.
this.
That's a real positive.
Will your brother be jealous of your mom's relationship with Jay?
Maybe. Mm-hmm. Maybe. My
'Cause
brother does.
he's
get
the
jealous.
favorite, right? Your mom's favorite?
I wouldn't say that, but
You have said it.
I'm the favorite. My mom just won't admit it because I'm the sinner.
Yeah, he's still in the church.
Yeah,
isn't he?
he's in the church. He does things by the book. So she has to say that that's her favorite because of that.
I'm the favorite.
But I'm the
My mom
favorite.
just won't admit it.
Yeah, and that's what you have to tell yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she tells other people that he's the favorite, but we all know that's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Now she'll get in trouble. She has to say that.
She'll get disfellowshipped.
It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little extra. More of the extra funny podcast in 3 minutes. It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little extra. More of the extra funny podcast in 3 minutes.
You hear it? Now see it. Watch Riggins' facial reactions, Alexis's banter with TJ, Ace's pearly white complexion in all its glory. On your phone, on your smart TV, this is Ace TJ TV.
Whoa! This is the all-new Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla from Papa John's. Bold Doritos Cool Ranch flavors with our signature flatbread-style sandwich for the zestiest flavor mashup ever. Only at Papa John's.
When it comes to making memories this summer, whether it's with your family, your friends, your significant other, there is one place where you can do it all. And that place is Gaston County. Go to acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston to find out about all the incredible stuff that you can do this summer in Gaston County. Hiking, biking, swimming, shopping, great places to stay, and things like the Ridgeline Craft Beverage Trail. Gaston County offers a lot of different and unique opportunities for you to make some incredible memories over the summer. And many of them are outdoors. This is a special time of the year, not too hot, just right for zip lines or hiking, biking, getting out on the trails. Makes no difference. They've got it all. Whether you're a novice or you're experienced in whatever you want to do, Gaston County has something special for you. Go to acetj.com/Gaston and find out all about the incredible things to do this summer in Gaston County. That's acetj.com/Gaston to find out what's happening in Gaston County.
Putting the X in extra. This is the Extra Funny Podcast from the Ace and TJ Show.
Katie, the latest and greatest sofas and sectionals at Sweet Dreams are so bootylicious.
Wait a second. Did you seriously just say bootylicious?
Yep, that's right. It's our duty to please your booty.
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, your bottom is our top priority. That's why we only carry the most comfortable furniture from only the best brands. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a bootylicious deal to me.
Here's a great way to save money on your prescription medications. If you take Viagra or Cialis, we can give you a way to pay as little as $2 a pill. Compare that to prices as high as $60 per tablet.
More than just a little funny. This is extra funny. This is the Ace and TJ Show's Extra Funny Podcast. Extra funny. It's the Extra Funny Podcast from the Ace and TJ Show.
Okay. If you're going to get these bright ideas of ways that you can enhance your sexual experience just by using things that you find around the house, you gotta be super aware of what's going on here. An Australian man had to be hospitalized after passing out with 9 metal bands constricting his scrotum following a botched attempt to improve his performance sexually. The doctors detailed the case studies, quote, rare case of penile strangulation, end quote.
Wow.
What you been doing in there? Engaging in penile strangulation.
Ew.
Never heard of that.
You the Boston Strangler? Okay, so 44-year-old patient rushed to the emergency room, and he had 9 heavy-duty industrial stainless steel rings stuck around the base of his penis and scrotum.
Oh.
It took 12 hours to finally free him. He was reportedly intoxicated at the time. He had reportedly used his bizarre bedding bands. You get it? Bedding bands. in a half-baked attempt to maintain erection during the sex. Let's see. So he had to, he was in significant pain about 3 hours after he decided he was going to apply this to himself. He called the hospital in distress and agony. And when he got there and they examined him, he was swollen, tender, and bruised, to say the least. Doctors administered, let's see, the patient intravenous anesthetics to alleviate his pain, and then they attempted to remove the industrial strength rings, which measured about 0.4 inches in diameter. They tried to do that using bolt cutters, no avail. So now they got to call in the damn fire department.
Oh, gosh.
So here comes the fire department now. And shortly after they arrived, they cut the rings off with an industrial-grade circular saw while he was under general anesthesia at that point. So they have this, it looks like a kind of like a grinder, a wheel grinder that you would just use to, I don't know, it's more like you cut metal with it. Let's see, due to the inherent risk of performing such a delicate surgery with power tools, surgeons placed a tongue depressor between the penis and the saw blade.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
To prevent any mishaps. But I'm sure that blade would go as quickly through a tongue depressor as it would the skin.
But I bet that's all they could get through there. So they just...
It's like, if you feel that, then you've gone too far.
Like, hey, man, we're doing the best we can here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was curious, because when that blade goes through, there's a moment where it gives, when it makes that claim. And I wondered if they just got it down far enough that they could use something else to break it off.
Yeah, it's kind of like trying to make accordion potatoes. You got to use chopsticks.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Accordion potatoes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And they put the chopsticks down and they cut until they hit chopsticks, and that way it doesn't go all the way through the potato.
Oh, wait, no, I don't know what that is.
I have no idea what we're
See
talking
it on
about.
social media a lot.
What?
I've never eaten one, but I've seen people do it. Yeah, they lay out 2 chopsticks and put it on. So you don't cut all the way through.
Oh.
Then you turn it and then do it another way.
Interesting.
It's very nifty looking.
It's cool looking.
And they were sterilizing with saline solution the entire time, like just dousing them in that. Because you got to figure it would get hot as well.
The saw?
Yeah. Cutting on that metal. The surgery was a success, but the patient didn't entirely emerge from the ordeal unscathed. They had a camera put inside his bladder and found that the patient's urethra was irritated and swollen, which required doctors to fit it with a catheter for 1 week.
Sounds like he came away unscathed then.
Right.
I mean, if that's all it was, a catheter for a week, he's lucky he didn't lose his penis.
I just love some of these medical terms, though. Meanwhile, the patient, somewhat ironically, experienced minor erectile dysfunction following the saga. This is far from the first time someone has suffered from agonizing scrotal constriction. I think I've had that.
Agonizing.
It's just misdiagnosed.
Constriction.
Oh my God. I think could have written that in a note to my school sometime, saying that's why I wasn't coming to school. He's suffering from erectile dysfunction and agonizing scrotal constriction. Last year, another Australian man nearly lost part of his penis after an errant pubic hair ensnared the tip and cut off its circulation like a grotesque.
What?
I think we may have even talked about that. But it acted as a hair tourniquet.
Yeah.
But how much? Yeah, because how much pubic hair has somebody got that could do that?
That's the smallest penis ever.
Good Lord.
Yeah, how does that work? So many questions.
Agonizing scrotal constriction.
I love that he called up like the day after surgery. He's like, I can't get an erection. They're like, dude, it's been 24 hours since you almost lost your penis.
You had, what, 11? Was it 9 or 11? Bands of steel wrapped around your
I had ED. You don't, jackass. Don't call us again.
He's like, oh, this would be a great way for me to get some Viagra.
Yeah.
Y'all did something wrong.
Later.
No, you did something wrong.
Relax, dude. That's scary, though. Anytime it involves your penis, it's scary.
They didn't put his name in the article.
Oh, they didn't put the guy's name in the article at all?
No. They just said he was 44, I think. I mean, aren't you too old to be doing that at 44?
Yes. I mean, at what age is it okay for you to be putting steel bands around your penis?
And if he's trying to prolong an erection, doesn't he have the internet where you can order things, or
Yeah, they
and
make
you
stuff
have
for that.
stores you can go to? I mean, he may live in a remote area of Australia. I don't know, but I mean, just grabbing what they're calling an industrial size Slinky and wrapping it down there. I'm just like, God, calm down.
I would have to believe that's probably a spur of the moment decision. Like, you know what? I've been looking at this all day, and I bet this will work. And he goes for it, and then realizes, oh, this is a bad call.
Say he need to go to the hospital, the mental hospital.
Yeah,
Did he
both
use on
hospitals.
drugs? Was he doing some type of drug or,
I don't
drugs
know.
or alcohol?
I think maybe his tractor was cranked and he had to bush hog with it. I don't know. Alexis, say you and Jay are having dinner one night, and you say, he says, have you ever had to be in the hospital for anything? You ever been hurt, had to be in the hospital? You said no. Ever broken any bones? No. Have you? Well, I had to stay in the hospital one night because I accidentally got these steel bands wrapped around my penis and scrotum because it was a sexual thing, and the fire department had to come to the hospital and cut it off with a circular saw. But other than that, I'm healthy as a horse. Not as much as having my tonsils out.
I don't know. I would have to reevaluate some things.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a weird.
you would at least have to know what gave you that idea, what was going on, were you on drugs? I mean, that's not just some, acting out a kink on his, and going with the flow.
There's got to be some drugs involved, right? Or drugs or alcohol involved before you get to that point of.
I don't know. I've been pretty drunk in my time.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I've never, ever even considered that.
Yeah.
Never put your thing in a Slinky.
But, I've most of the men that I've known in my 53 years have tried their best to keep steel objects away from that area.
Exactly. I have to agree.
Like, we get nervous with a zipper being that close, Wishing they could come up with something other. That's why when button-fly jeans came out, men were like, oh, yeah, get us those. You know what button-flies don't have? Teeth. What does a zipper have? Teeth. They call them teeth. I don't want that. Steel teeth around there.
How do you do that? I mean, I don't even understand how that works. How with the steel Slinky or whatever what are they, an industrial Slinky is what they called it? Would that? I mean, does it wrap around? Does he slide into it? What's the process there for making that happen? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Because it seems like
I think it has to wrap around.
Like after a minute though, you'd be kind of like, oh wait, this is a bad idea. Well before you got to 9 bands or whatever, or 11, whatever the number was.
But you know how a regular Slinky will get caught in itself and a knot can get put in it? I bet that's what happened. It had those knots because he's trying to wrap it around and, the knot of the spring that he had formed.
He must have girth.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it didn't say how big the bands were, so it may not be as big as you think.
Well,
It said Didn't it say 0.4
Oh. I don't know what that is.
diameter? I don't know.
Feet.
Yeah. But they didn't call him Girth Brooks or anything, so I don't know if it was anything to write home. I feel like the Australian newspaper would have referred to him.
As Girth Brooks.
Surgeons then attempted to remove the industrial strength rings, which measured just 0.4 inches in diameter.
Oh, half an inch?
Yeah.
Around?
Because they're supposed to squeeze.
Now, this is a picture,
What
but
the
I don't
hell?
know if this is really the actual, or if that's just a spring that has hair all over it that they're cutting. I don't know.
Ew.
Is that the actual surgery, you think?
I don't really know what I'm looking at.
I know, but ew, it has hair
It's
in
that
it.
circular cutter thing on springs.
I don't know. It has the tongue depressor thing on there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That may be it.
Oh, and then it does look like something's blurred out.
Oh.
How did it get all that hair in it? Did you see?
That's a legit question.
Ugh. So don't do that.
Yeah.
Neogenics presents the Extra Funny Podcast from the Ace and TJ. It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little extra. More of the Extra Funny Podcast in 3 minutes.
You hear it? Now see it. Watch Riggins' facial reactions.
Alexa, turn on the universe.
On your phone, on your smart TV. This is Ace TJ TV.
Yes, it's spring and summer will be here soon. Everybody's outside having a good time. They're going to the pools and the beaches and all. And if that's not for you, only because you're feeling like you're not so confident in the way you look, or you're uncomfortable because you have extra weight on you at the moment, then you need our friends at Calitrin. You see, Calitrin is different. Calitrin is not a diet drug, and it's not going to increase your heart rate and make you feel like you're nervous and all of that. It is the top quality collagen, and we need collagen in our system, and we lose it over time. And Calitrin replaces that collagen. And, it promotes fat loss and lean muscle. And it does it the healthy way. It helps you lose weight the healthy way. So it's not claiming to make you lose 30 pounds overnight. It doesn't do that. It's consistency. That's the key with Calitrin. And when you order 3 months supply, you're going to get 2 months free and $21 off. Go to acetj.com/weight loss and order Calitrin today.
Whoa! This is the all-new Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla from Papa John's. Bold Doritos Cool Ranch flavors with our signature flatbread style sandwich for the zestiest flavor mashup ever. Only at Papa John's.
Ace TJ 5G is possible thanks to our friends from O'Connor Insurance Associates. They treat every customer how they would want to be treated, and they can help you get the most insurance for your money. All you have to do is head over to acetj.com/O'Connor.
If you've been injured in an accident that's not your fault and you don't have an attorney, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions and tell you what your case is potentially worth. Hi, I'm Gina, along with spokesman Rob. So, Rob, tell the folks at home who should call right now.
Just like you said, Gina, anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault, you don't have an attorney, give us a call right now. We're going to answer all of your questions, and we'll let you know what your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Rob. You heard it, folks at home. Pick up the phone, call now.
All guests of the Ace and TJ Show stay at the Hyatt Centric South Park, a fantastic hotel in the beautiful South Park neighborhood in Charlotte. You'll find gourmet restaurants, specialty boutiques, lively breweries, and area landmarks all surrounding this incredible hotel. The Hyatt Centric South Park.
More than just a little funny. This is Extra Funny. This is the Ace and TJ Show's Extra Funny Podcast. Extra Funny Podcast.
Yep. So Riggins, everybody knows by now, surely, that you're obsessed with this game about Xena Warrior Princess, whatever it is. What is it? Zelda.
Zelda.
I went to school with a girl named Velda.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were very good friends. Me and old Velda were.
Yeah.
But this is Zelda.
Yeah, this has been out since before I was a kid.
Yeah, because my little friend Jenny's handsome husband Michael, we were talking about it, and he goes like Zelda from like when I was a kid. I said, yeah, there's new versions of it. Because he's 40, and you said it's going to take you forever. You think you will ever get to the end of it, or you'll lose interest before you get to the end?
I rarely finish video games, and I don't know if it's true that it takes 1,000 hours. I mean, I'm not great at it. That's not true.
No, it's like 50 hours to beat the main story.
Okay,
and that's probably what you're going to do, right? Like just the main story.
Yeah,
stuff?
probably. Yeah, so maybe I will. I'm not sure yet.
It says if you want to finish everything, it's 126 hours.
So Matt's full of crap, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Maybe it takes him 1,000 hours.
Yeah,
maybe
it's going to take like 1,000 hours.
Yeah.
All right, so you had the whole weekend planned.
Yeah.
Because you didn't play it much during the week because you were you could see you were being addictive.
Yeah.
And it wasn't going to be productive for you to play it during the week, so you look forward to the weekend. What would happen if this really hot girl that you had always wanted to date or whatever called you up or texted you and said, hey, you want to go to this thing? You want to go out with me? It's all day Saturday, and then who knows, maybe we'll find something to do Saturday evening or whatever. Would you tell her no because you were going to play Zelda? No.
No.
Would you, Rob?
I'm not that tied to it.
No.
If you were into a video game that much?
No.
No, not necessarily Zelda, but one that you're really into.
No, I'm saying I wouldn't go.
Oh, you wouldn't go?
Oh, you wouldn't go on the date? Okay.
No. I'd be fine.
He's like, I'll catch you on the flip side, homie.
That's why he's the best. He's like, listen, I am the prize here.
Stop.
It's true. That's like the confidence that every woman wants. He's like, take it or leave it, honey.
I don't know about that.
So, Rob, if there were something that you had set your Saturday aside for, or the whole weekend, either a board game you were going to play or a video game you were going to play, there could not be another offer come along that would cause you to go away from it and leave it there?
Unless it was like making money somewhere.
No, just something for fun.
No, then no.
Do you think you could be cry bullied into into leaving it, walking away?
I don't think so. I'd just leave the room if somebody started crying about something.
But if Meredith really wanted to go somewhere and you said, no, I'm going to stay here and play my game, and she started crying and said, this really means a lot, so would you let that affect you?
Well, she should have scheduled better.
You're bad.
It's
Do
been in the
better next
calendar.
time.
It's been in the calendar.
If you're having to put when you're going to be playing video games in the calendar. Rob gets the new D&D or whatever, Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, there's a lot of times that I look in the calendar on a Saturday and she has something and I go, do you need me for that? Usually the answer is no, so I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Alexis, would you ever give a guy another chance if you wanted to go out somewhere with him and he said no because I'm going to stay home and play my new video game?
I would.
You would?
Yeah.
You would understand it?
Yeah, I would understand, but like not on a regular basis. If it was something like that where he was so excited and he never did it, like Riggins, I'd be like, all right, I get it. Just one time.
Yeah, if it's a special thing, it's a one thing. But if it's like
All
every
the
3
time?
Saturdays out of the month, he's like, I'm busy today. I got video games to play.
No, it wouldn't. I wouldn't even date that person.
But it would be like that with anything. Like it could have been, I mean, pick a hobby. Like every weekend, he's like, this is what I'm going to do, period, point blank. That's not going to work in any relationship.
Yeah, a guy can't be out playing golf, every Saturday or something.
But I'm trying to think of the equivalent to a woman's hobby that playing a special new video game would be to a woman.
Where she's got to do it alone. It's not a partner activity. It's like a sole activity, and it takes hours.
Maybe if it's watching some pageant on Saturday night or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, good example.
But even that's different because, well,
it's more of a one-time. They don't have it every week.
You can't pick up a pageant and watch it.
What about like some
whenever
type
you
of
want.
fitness class?
A reality
but
show.
Then again, it's a one-time thing.
But if you're doing it every week, like it's your thing, like you go to cycling class with your girls, this is your thing.
No, I'm talking about just like one time. Like it's because this video game is so special to me and it's new and I want to play it and I don't care who comes along, how hot she is and asks me to go out, I'm not going to do it.
A pottery convention.
Is there anything though that a woman, because it's harder to find a one specific thing like that about women because women get to do anything and everything they want to do at all times. And, you know, if somebody tries to stop them, then, you know, I don't think so.
Yeah. And I don't think a guy would ever want to stop. You know, a woman might get frustrated with the video game, but if a guy sees his girlfriend or wife going out, he's like, fine, go do that shit. I got shit to do anyway.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not looking for you. At least
but
I
I'm
would.
just trying to figure out what events would be walkaway points, you know, if you broke a date for him. You know what I mean? He broke a date with me to go play Zelda all weekend.
Yeah.
Or, you know, he broke a date. We were supposed to go to the movies, but then his Dungeons and Dragons team made him an offer, and he took that. Broke the date with me. So he's obviously I'm never going to be important to him. If he'd rather go play a board game than go out with me.
If you had gone out twice with Jay, and he said, "Hey, just so you know, next weekend is the big Zelda release. So I've already got it locked in. I'm playing video games all weekend next weekend, but you know I can see after that. I look forward to it." And you've been out on 2 dates. Would you be like, "This may not be the person for me"?
No.
Okay, so it wouldn't matter that you'd be okay.
But that's.
I always wonder how far you've got to get into the relationship before it becomes okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I know that's fine.
All right, what if he's
Whatever.
wearing a costume?
I don't know, because I get surprised by my own self. I didn't think I was going to be into Dungeons and Dragons, and then I was into it. So, you know, I think that I would say you're a weirdo loser, but then I might be into it when I see him like, whoa, I'm kind of into that.
Hello, Mr. Wizard. Is that a wand?
A magic? I mean, it's everything that I like.
Yeah.
I like those things.
What about you, Riggins? If there's a girl and she breaks a date with you or turns you down for something because she wants to go and sit home and play a new video game.
It's weird.
Yeah. Because that's something a guy should do.
Yeah.
Or if she wants to go to, you say, I'm sorry, I can't go anywhere that weekend. I'm going to Comic-Con.
Yeah,
And I'm dressing up as whatever.
Yeah, no, I like, it's not for me. She's like, I got to go to the Peppermint Forest Christmas shop. I'm like, all right. I don't care. I don't have to go, right?
But you wouldn't,
Yeah, there's a lot of gamer girls streamers on the internet now, and a lot of guys are really into that. That's not really my thing.
You would want to have somebody who's just as excited about Zelda as you. Could
I
sit
don't
and
think so.
play Zelda together all weekend long.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Like you'd got home the other night at 9:00 and she'd had everything laid out. I got you a couple beers, chilled right there by your spot. I'm ready to go. You ready to play?
Yeah, no, because part of the fun of playing like a video game is kind of getting lost in it for a little bit. It's like reading with somebody.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's not really a team sport. I'm reading, you're reading, I don't know.
Yeah, don't turn the page yet.
It just doesn't work.
I don't know.
It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little something extra. This is the Extra Funny Podcast.